Once you've loaded the app, this is what you see. So this is the welcome screen. It's pretty pared down and designed to be accessible for younger users. But I want to show you first, before we get started, how to use preview mode. To do that, you just hold the Agents of Discovery logo at the top of the screen. You will hold it for a few seconds, and then you'll be prompted to see preview mode enabled. So if you're on location for a mission, you don't have to use preview mode, but if you can't make it to that location, you have the option of using the app this way. So this extends the accessibility of the app. So whether you are remote or on location, the missions all start the same way. You search for missions. You can just search for Scenic America. All of our missions have Scenic America in the title. Okay. So see, we have our three missions. The Scenic America presents Scenic Conservation at Point State Park. Scenic America presents Scenic Conservation for everyone. And then last, Scenic America presents Scenic Conservation in Bradenton in honor of David and Kim Dunn. The first and third missions are on location at Pittsburgh and in Bradenton, Florida, respectively. And then the second mission is designed for use anywhere. So we'll look at the second mission in a little bit, but first I want to show you what an on-location mission looks like. So we'll get started with the Scenic Conservation at Point State Park mission. So we'll load the content, and you will be introduced to our official mascot, Sammy the Scenic Swan, who provides you with a welcome message and information about using the app. So it also includes instructions about beginning the mission if you're on location, proceeding to the park. It also has instructions similar to what I've described about using the preview mode if you can't go to the location. And then you can get started. So Sammy offers help throughout the mission, and he includes pertinent information for answering challenges, including directions, and some of the key concepts that I mentioned. It offers more information about them, which is useful for students and other users as they're completing challenges. They can refer to this mission information. I also want to point out we have safety information because it's designed to be used by students who are in a location and also looking at their mobile phones while they're there. We have some information about being careful, practicing safe practices related to COVID conditions, social distancing, and just general information about the park itself. So for people who are on location at Point State Park in Pittsburgh, the mission locations will populate automatically for users who are physically close to them. So the app can tell where your phone is located relative to the mission area, and then it will offer the mission challenges once you're on location. However, if you're in preview mode, you have the option of clicking this icon here at the top of the screen, and it will automatically make those challenges available. So you can see as you get closer to them, they become available. There's a nice route throughout the park, and this park is it's a great location. It offers real-world examples of all the elements of scenic conservation that are important. So while they're at the park, they will see examples of what we're talking about. The mission challenges themselves also include content that is location specific and will help students get a better appreciation of Pittsburgh and southwestern Pennsylvania. Once again, the challenges, they take the form of quizzes. Some of them are written responses. Some of them are mini games with content, graphics, and assets specific to the location. Okay, can everyone see my screen? It looks like it went to sleep mode for a moment.
We don't see your app.
Okay, I need to share my screen again, just a moment. Okay. Okay, and great, we're back to Point State Park. Thanks, everyone. So completing the challenges earns points. Completing all challenges completes the mission. And once again, these mission capabilities will continue to evolve and grow as new functions are added to the app. So new kinds of challenges become available all the time. We can update the content of the challenges with new information, based on user feedback and based on changes to the built natural environment where they're located. So I'll just show you one example, a couple examples of these challenges. So we can click on this one here towards the bottom of the map. And it gives some brief information about why scenic beauty is important, in particular open spaces. And we're going to compare a few scenic places with areas of scenic blight just to help users get a sense of what we talk about when we mean scenic beauty versus scenic blight. So Sammy's asking us to complete some questions. Which area has buildings or construction that enhances the scenery of the area? So which area is not affected by visual pollution? So which area has been affected by visual pollution? So you can see elements of, say, outdoor signage that isn't governed well, other kinds of parts of the built environment that are visual intrusions. And then we also have examples of more scenic areas with more natural beauty that is evident. Great. So then you get a sort of message concluding the challenge. And the points come in the form of these little bees. The idea is you want to complete all the challenges, collect all the points. We'll do just a few more of these so you get a sense of what they're like. So some more information about different kinds of visual pollution, including trees, signs, and visual clutter. Select areas that have been affected by visual pollution. Great, and then provide some more information. But answering all of these questions can be aided by referring to the mission information that will be available throughout using the app from our avatar, Sammy the Scenic Swan. Great. So when students are on location, they move around the park in order to gain access to all these challenges. For users who are not on location, once again, all of them can be accessed using the preview mode. So this app is a lot of fun. We hope it makes scenic conservation more accessible and more real and relevant to our users. But I want to, in the time we have left, I just want to spend a little time looking at the non-location specific mission that we've developed. So I'm going to leave this mission. And then let's find our scenic conservation missions again. So scenic conservation for everyone. Mission loads. Once again, we're greeted by Sam the Scenic Swan. Provides information. So you can see, rather than a map of a real world location where the challenges populate once you're close to them, these challenges populate automatically just on this image, where we have this composite image of different elements of scenic conservation and scenic blight, scenic degradation that we want to highlight. So these challenges are similar to what you've seen with the Point State Park challenges, but they are not as location specific. So the examples and the content is not directly related to Point State Park. It's rather more general for the entire country. So this is a great way for students who aren't able to be on location to get an introductory version of using the app that covers all the important lessons. Great, and then once again, once the app is completed, all the missions are completed, users collect all the points, they get a mission complete message. And that is the end of using the app. So I'm going to close